Hey, this is Jamey with Stonemaier Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite game mechanism in Shobu. This is an abstract strategy game for two players that includes a really cool component. I like that they include this rope here that divides the two halves of the game, because this is a game about mirroring. The goal of the game is to take these stones. I really like that they include actual stones in the game as well. To use your stones to knock your opponent's stones off one of these four boards. If you clear one of these boards of all four of your opponent's stones, you win the game. The mirroring aspect of the game is my favorite mechanism, and this is really the core of the game. Because on your turn, you're taking two moves. One, you're taking a passive move, where you're going to move one of these stones up to two spaces in any direction, one of your stones in any direction in two spaces, and without actually interacting with one of your opponent's stones. Or you can, but you can't knock them off the board. And then you take an aggressive move, which is a move where you have to mirror that previous movement on another board with one of your stones. And in the aggressive move, you are allowed to knock an opponent's stone off the board. So, for example, if I move this stone two spaces here, then I need to choose another white stone. Actually, this game is already complete. My opponent won there. But I need to choose another board and move, choose a dark board. It's not just any board, it's a dark board, and move a stone, say this stone, two spaces here. Or I can move this one two spaces this way and knock that black stone off the board. I love this mirroring aspect. I love that you are, you're constantly looking at, okay, what am I doing right now, and what am I doing even just in the slight future of my current turn, because you're mirroring that move right away. But you're also looking to future turns and positioning yourself so that your opponent can't knock you off the board really easily with turns that they can mirror. It's a little bit of a mind-bending game, because you are trying to think about both of your moves and what your opponent can do with their mirroring moves on their turn. But with such simple rules, it really made for a really, really interesting game in that way, this mirroring aspect. I'm curious if this mirroring mechanism could work in other games, where maybe like in a Euro game where you have I don't know. I could definitely see this working in another game where you have to do something with one piece, and then thematically there might be a reason that you need to echo that move with another piece, but that piece's interactions with the game do something completely different. So I really think this mirroring mechanism could be used in other games as well. But I like that Shobu started out with such a beautiful distilled version of it. If you have a favorite mechanism in Shobu that you'd like to share, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Or if you can think of another game that uses a mirroring mechanism like this, I'd love to hear about that as well. Thanks.